Welcome back to Fireside Yankees with your boys Alex and Nick. The current Aaron Judge situation is developing right before our eyes. Some reports being indicated that the Giants are making a big push right now, right, Nick? What was it, $360 million on the table right now for him?
Yeah, John Heyman just tweeted out literally a couple minutes ago. So we're like breaking this, not like him, but we're breaking it here with this video. He said Giants are in with a big offer to Judge, believed to be in the $360 million neighborhood, which is insane. And he said, but the assumption, belief or slash belief among rivals is that the Yankees remain favorites. Yankees are hopeful, but say they still don't know. Which, first of all, it's winter meetings today. What the hell do you mean you don't know? Just go ask him, go talk to him. I mean, apparently the Yankees also didn't even know that he was going to be at winter meetings. Like they didn't expect him to come to winter meetings. So this is so chaotic, and I hate every minute of this. Like, can we just move on and get through it? Like the Tommy Kahnle signing broke this morning, and that was some great news to wake up to. Don't mean to toot my own horn here, but did an article last month for ESM saying why the Yankees should bring back Tommy Kahnle. So I think they read that. Hopefully they read the other articles about how I said it's imperative to bring back Aaron Judge if they're a fan of my work. So I don't know, man. Today's going to be a very long day, it seems. It's just Trey Turner kind of set the market for position players yesterday, but he also turned down like $40 million more in the offer from the Padres. So he wants to I feel like he wants to win, and I don't think he thinks the Padres can get him that shot. I don't know. So much going on, my guy. It's a crazy, crazy day so far.
That's true, and it's only going to get crazier as things heat up. Now, Judge, in my opinion, you look at the California tax, $360 million, probably over what? I mean, the years are the big one there, right? Like the California tax, and if they're doing 360 over 9, it's still like essentially there has to be an out in the contract somewhere, maybe all the way at the end. That's $40 million per season with the Cali tax. It's you're losing a lot in that deal, but
but New York tax isn't something. I was about to say New York tax isn't some easy breeze.
Totally. Yeah, no.
It's not like you trying to go pull a DeGrom route. Could you imagine if Judge goes to Houston just for no taxes? I would be done with baseball. I think I'd go.
I was a player, I'd be like, if I was a player, I'd be looking to do that. I mean, you'd save probably tens and tens and tens, if not more, millions of dollars. And
exactly.
Right, but if
that's why it's a shame the Rays suck, dude. Because the same thing for Florida.
Yeah,
like if the Rays actually want to spend money, you know how many
Texas
like big
too.
name free agents they could get? Yeah, it's like if you're a big free agent, why would you not want to go play in Texas or Florida? I mean, you have no taxes. You don't have to worry about
the question.
Anyways,
yeah, that's the question. But Judge looking California, New York, you're gonna get boned either way, and with taxes, so you're in a tough spot there. But he has to choose a lesser of two evils, which are the greater of two greats. You know what I mean? Like the Giants, 500 team last year. Yankees, obviously World Series contenders. How much more are the Giants going to do? If the Yankees are willing to match whatever the Giants are willing to give Judge, I think he stays in New York. But if you're talking about like a $50 million difference, and we heard 8 years, $300 million. Okay, I'm gonna throw this out there. Some may hate me for this. If they're going to give him $40 million per season for 9 years, I'm going to go out on a limb and say I think I'd prefer to go with like trade for Brian Reynolds, go with like a Xander Bogaerts, Carlos Rojo, and Benintendi offseason. I think that I could justify that like we talked about yesterday, and I'd be pretty damn happy. Locking down Judge for 9 years is a long time, guys. Like after 5 years, after like once we hit that halfway point for his deal, I get the sense that it's not going to be worth it anymore. You know what I mean? Like he's not going to be that good when he's 36 years old. He's going to be a DH, no outfield production. Obviously the slugging power will still be there, but he's the face of your franchise. We know how much value he has to this Yankee team. At 9 years, $360 million, you can do a lot with that. You could sign multiple players. That's essentially paying Brian Reynolds, Benintendi, and Carlos Rodon. Do those three players make you better than Aaron Judge alone? There's an argument that it's no, which is pretty insane.
I was gonna say it's like, what would you rather do? Would you rather allocate the funds elsewhere and spread it across to get a couple of good pieces, or would you rather get the piece, your guy? It's so hard because every time we have this discussion, we've been having this discussion for months now because it's been, is Judge going to stay? The Yankees have to do everything to keep Judge. And when you watch the guy play, there's no question he deserves every bit of that $40 million each year. But the question is, like you said, like how long is he going to be able to perform at such a high level? And it comes down to, do you want to like look at it with your heart, or do you want to look at it with your head from like a business side viewpoint, like a business perspective? Because if you're any sort of, no one wants to give a 30-year-old 10 years, but then Trey Turner just got 11 years yesterday. So it's like, well, Trey Turner's 29. It's not like he's that much younger than Aaron Judge, and he's got an 11-year deal. Granted, shortstops usually that aren't 6'7" usually can wear down pretty nicely, and they can keep up their abilities. And I think Trey Turner's build as a player suits him very nicely for being able to play until he's in his late 30s. But it's just keeping Judge right now, from a Yankees fan, from our perspective, it's like, why would you not do everything to keep him? And for me, if they offered him the 8 for 300, would it really kill you to do 9 for 330? Like, that's my thing. Like, and also I do imagine that there's probably gonna be vesting options and opt-outs and team options and mutual options in this 8 or 9 year deal. Unless for whatever reason Judge manages to negotiate it where it's all 9 years guaranteed, which would be insane. It's so hard, because I like to believe that Judge is like going to be probably the best Yankee I may ever watch. And that's saying something, because there's been a lot of great Yankees that have come through this team. I got to watch A-Rod. I got to watch Mark Teixeira. I got to watch Jeter. Like, there's been a lot of really good Yankees baseball players, but Aaron Judge is just better than them. So it's like, if you let this guy walk for 1 year because you weren't willing to give him one more year, I think that reflects really poorly on the organization.
Yeah, man. I mean, look.
Like, if they're off by 1 year, is that really what we're doing here with the guy that just hit 62 home runs and won us like every game the second half?
1 year can't be the reason the Yankees don't get Judge. You know what I mean? Like, that
be the
can't
money.
be the
If
reason.
It's like 360, I get that. That's a lot of money. But
that's a lot of
just
that's a lot of dough.
And he's willing to take like 40 million less to play for the Yankees if you give him one more year. That's fine. Then do it. Pony up. You just gave Tommy Kahnle 12 million for 13 innings.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I like Tommy. I love Tommy, but 12 million for 2 years for a 33-year-old who just pitched 12 innings. Like, maybe they're just saying, fuck the $273 million luxury tax. We're going over it. In that case, this offseason could be one of the best offseasons we've seen. But I have such little hope and faith that that's what's going to happen.
Look, I right now I'm getting the sense that the Giants want Judge more than the Yankees do. That's what it feels like. Right? That's what it feels like. The Yankees continue to say, we want Judge. We're going to do whatever it takes. We're going to match. We're going to blah, blah, blah. The Giants are the ones elevating the price tag, guys. You know what I mean?
Like, Cashman didn't even know what was going on yesterday. Did you hear that quote?
Right? That's the point.
Where he's like, we may pivot Judge. I don't know. What? You're the GM of the Yankees.
Not only that,
you get a 4-year extension. What do you mean you don't know?
Andy Martino of SNY reported this morning that they didn't even know Judge was going to the winter meetings. Like, apparently he was supposed to go. There's conflicting reports. I don't know. Like, how do the Yankees not know what his schedule is? This is ridiculous. Like, the Yankees are
your guy.
Cashman is shitting the bed right now from all angles, all pursuits. And I'm going to go out and say that the Giants are the ones being the aggressor in this situation. Look, John Heyman just reported that the Giants have elevated his price tag to around the $360 million neighborhood, not the Yankees. The Yankees are playing, the Yankees are playing defense right now. They're waiting for the Giants to keep going and seeing where they stop and trying to figure out, are they comfortable, instead of being, be like, if I was the Yankees, I'd say, Judge, guess what? This is our final offer. You either take it, you leave it. We're going to go spend elsewhere and fish water team, but we're not going to wait on you, because the Giants are going to continue being this aggressor. And, if you want to be a Yankee, we're going to give you a ridiculous offer. You will never have to worry about money a day in your life. Your kids, your grandkids, your grandkids will be situated for the rest of time with this contract. You never have to worry ever again. We will give you that luxury, but we are not waiting around for you. They need to have some balls. Right now, they're just sitting, basically just waiting for Judge to be the deciding factor. And the Giants are just playing the Yankees right now. And at the end of the day, the Yankees are going to end up paying out the wazoo if they do end up landing Judge, because they let the Giants screw them. You know what I mean? Like, Cashman is just playing defense, and they're getting screwed because of it. And right now, I'm feeling really bad about this situation. I feel like we just lost our leverage. I think that the Giants are probably 60-40 right now.
And that's what sucks. Like, I feel like coming into today, this has been a 2-horse race, in my opinion. I do think the Dodgers are still in, and I guarantee you there's a mystery team or two, because that's how baseball is. There's always one or two teams where you're like, what the hell? They're in on Judge? But either way, that's how it's working out. That's kind of how it's like the dominoes are beginning to fall and set themselves now. And the problem is that I like some of the moves the Yankees have already made. The Kahnle move, I'm very happy we got back Tommy Kahnle. I think he's a really good pitcher. But for $12 million over 2 years, it's a bit of a like, okay, damn. And then we also re-signed Rizzo. So it's like those were our two moves so far. The problem is that there are big guys out there that if we are going to be stagnant on Judge, we're going to miss out on these guys. Masataka Yoshida was just posted today from the so that way he's now an actual free agent. He has 30 days to sign. So it's like if we want to be all in on Judge, that's fine, but be all in on Judge. Don't be sitting here saying we haven't talked to him. We don't know what he's doing. We don't know if he's going to give us an opportunity to match the offer. These are all things you don't want to be admitting. And then initially, before we got the Heyman news, this episode was going to be about that Aaron Judge quote where he said coming into the season that when they leaked the offer to the public, when Cashman and Hal and everyone leaked the offer to the public, it kind of hurt him. Like he was taken back. He was told that was going to be behind closed doors in an internal discussion. And then everyone knows like the week before opening day. And it's like, what is this? He felt kind of betrayed. And I like to believe that most players that are this good have a good relationship with the front office and organization, because you can't possibly be this good and have all this stuff kind of being tailored for you like Judge does and not have a good relationship with the FO. If Judge was a douche and a tool, we wouldn't have the judges' chambers in right field. So it's like we have to realize that even though there's going to be disagreements, because this is a business at the end of the day, there also needs to be some compromise. The Yankees need to admit that they haven't probably handled this as well as they should have. And they need to kind of pony up and come to Judge's level a little bit. Because this team, this is the most valuable franchise in baseball, the second most valuable franchise in sports behind only the Dallas Cowboys. Like this is not some couple $1 billion franchise that's starting to go up in value because of the market and inflation. This is like a $7 billion team. So it's something to me where it's like, the Yankees, if they don't want to pay Judge the money, that's fine. But if you're not even going to give him the 9th year that he wants, and that's going to be the point where you guys kind of like that's the line that you draw, that's a bit of a problem for me.
Yeah,
we gave A-Rod 9 years, didn't we? Or what was it? Was it 7 years for A-Rod? Like we give out big contracts.
Dude, I feel like Giancarlo Stanton's going to be in a fucking wheelchair playing for this team.
Yeah,
that's how long this guy is signed.
We were so fine getting Stanton when we knew he had an 8-year deal. And now it's like our guy that's better than Stanton at everything, we're not even going to give him a 9th year. I don't know. This whole I need winning meetings to go by, and I need Judge to make his decision.
Yeah, no, I agree. And right now I'm not feeling very optimistic. Maybe Cashman and Steinbrenner feel a certain way and they know something more. But right now, look, I think that this big offer from the Giants is very real. And I think that it's very scary if you're a Yankee fan, because usually we're the ones that are the aggressor in this scenario. And right now we're playing defense and we're kind of on the other side of things where it's like, oh, I mean, listen, Tommy Kahnle, he was supposed to be a Boston Red Sox today. He was supposed to be on the Boston Red Sox. And then bam, blink of an eye, he's a Yankee, right? Like that's what could happen with Judge. Like
that it happened with Rizzo
the doorstep, blah, 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 bam.
Remember Rizzo was like, the morning of Astros. The Astros are really in on Rizzo, and then they're like, nope, we're not having any of that, and then they got him. So maybe this will spark the Yankees to kind of shift in another gear and move forward here rather than just staying in neutral. Because it seems like they've been kind of staying in neutral with Judge so far this offseason. They made that offer early, and then we saw a couple weeks ago when the GMs were speaking and everyone and Hal and Cash were there, and they're saying, yeah, we've already made an offer to Judge. And everyone now knows that offer is probably 8 years for $300 million, which, again, generational money, life-changing money, not a bad offer by the Yankees. But if Judge wants the 9th year, just give him the 9th year. Like, what? If we're really going to be that nitpicky over it, look, when Judge is already going to be 38 in the 8th year of his deal, do you really want to tell me that his drop-off is going to be that drastic when he's 39? Like 37, 38, 39 are probably going to be the 3 worst years of his career. And if those are the only 3 years that we're really worried about, that's fine. Because I think Aaron Judge at age 35, 36 is still going to be a 2-3 WAR player. And that basically, with the extrapolation and the inflation of WAR values in the past couple of years, is probably about around what he's going to be making, maybe a little bit less. But for these next 4 or 5 years with Aaron Judge in your lineup, you are objectively better than like 90% of teams in baseball. I mean, I like the counter of getting the other guys like Xander and Brian Reynolds and bringing back Benintendi, maybe bringing in Masataka Yoshida. Like, there's a lot of other options out there that you can make work and be like, oh, we don't need Judge for the money he wants. But it's just, what would that do to the fans? If you're a Yankees fan and you've been a Yankees fan since like you're like a little kid and you've been a Yankees fan growing up watching Aaron Judge, he's gone off the team. Do you want to go to Yankees games anymore? Like it's just it's that kind of question where it's like, what's it going to do to the fan base? What's it going to do to the clubhouse? What's it going to do to like Anthony Rizzo and Giancarlo Stanton and Nestor Cortez and Garrett Cole? All these guys that are like a really tightly knit group with Aaron Judge. Like we already got rid of Tyler Wade, and now we're going to get rid of Aaron Judge. What are we doing?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, guys, I'd love to hear your perspective on this. This is a developing story as we're talking, so we want to get your guys' opinions and whatnot before it all kind of comes to fruition. It could be tomorrow, it could be any second, but always happy to hear perspectives. Yeah, seriously, this is legitimately happening right now, so it's definitely exciting. But hopefully, it all works out exactly how we planned, months and months ago. But always happy to hear perspectives below in the YouTube comments. Make sure to have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure to like and subscribe as always, and we'll catch you guys on the next Fireside Yankees episode.